Hello, I'm Andy, and I'm going to read to you a program called Tarot January 2020 Monthly Horoscope. This is for you coming from Libra. First, let me show you my email address. And if you wish to have a 90-minute session with me, which will cost you usually $50 to know your next 8 or 9 years and have plenty of information how to be better than the rest, then send me this email. And if you have any questions, send me the email as well. Now, for your first 15 days of January, I'm going to talk to you about your job. You coming from Libra. Let's see what the card says. And this is a very good card. In the area of job, you're going to do very well. All you need not to do is don't show arrogance and improve your tolerance. And doing that, you will see that many will come to your side, and the chances of getting a promotion and chances of doing better and recognition is all there. So take the soft approach would be very important for you. Now about business for your first 15 days of January. And let's see what the card says about your business. You coming from Libra. Well, it says you have waited long enough. You're going to be rewarded very nicely in the first 15 days of January. You waited long enough. The journey is now towards success. There's one sign on this card, the sign of exposure to risk, which I don't like. So don't expose yourself to risk in any way. Even when you say things and do things, take the soft approach. That's all you need to do. And this card promises you success will be knocking on your door in the first 15 days of January. Now, that was for your business areas. Okay. So you something very, very big waiting for you. Now let's talk about romance. What if you find a new romance? How will that be? All right. Well, the downside of this card is aggression. And the upside of this card is that over time, this person that you meet in the first 15 days is going to be turning out to be something very good for you. So a little bit of aggression in the beginning and then toning down and becoming a very good find for you in the first 15 days for a new romance. What about the ongoing romance that you may be already having? How is that going to be? Okay. I like this card very much. It's the card that says you're going to be extremely lucky in your ongoing romance. Again, from this card, if there's anything to worry about, would be harsh words and harsh action. So take the soft approach in the first 15 days with your ongoing romance partner, and you'll get away with anything. That's the way to do it. I like the card in a way. Marriage. Let's see what the card says. You coming from Libra. It's the card of reward. Definitely. So you're going to be rewarded in your marriage. Something very good is happening. Good news comes into your marriage. Again, if I worry about anything, there's a sign here of aggression. So it's something aggressive that may happen. I hope it doesn't happen from you. And if it happens from your marriage partner, you take the soft approach and don't retaliate. Something very small, but something may happen. So use words which are soft, tone of voice which is soft, body language which is soft, and you'll quieten down this atmosphere. But I like the card. It's a card of finding happiness and wonderful things. Now I'm going to go to your last 16 days of January and talk to you about your job. You coming from Libra. Let's see what the card says now. It's a very lucky card I've pulled for you. In your job area, more money is possible, a better position is possible, recognition for what you have been doing is possible. What a marvelous card. So last 16 days, if you're hunting for a new job, go right ahead. And if you're happy where you are, stay where you are. Either way, some good things are going to come your way. So there's a good card for job in the last 16 days. What about business? Let's see what the card says about business. Yes, it's a very good card again. You see the red and the yellow. The red stands for aggressiveness and the yellow stands for arrogance. So don't allow that to happen in business. Don't be aggressive, don't be arrogant. And this card will give you dividends. So you're going to do extremely well in your business. You're going to make some kind of very valuable connection. Is it a new connection? Is it to make your ongoing connection even better? So you're going to be very lucky in this last 16 days of January in area of business. Now, what about a new romance? In case you find a new romance in the last 16 days, how's that going to be? It's going to be a perfectly wonderful partnership. So when you meet somebody in the last 16 days and it becomes a romance, it's going to be wonderful. Very secure this card is. So that's good news for you. What about an ongoing romance that you may already be having? How is that going to be? Let's see. Ongoing romance. And what a harmonious card this is. Peace. So it's going to be very peaceful with your ongoing romance as well. There are some unexpected things coming up very nicely from this card, which are going to surprise you and make you very happy. So the ongoing romance may go to the next step of just bridging, getting together as much as possible. I like the card. What about marriage? Let's see what the card says about your marriage. There may be something coming up in this 16 days of January, something coming up which may be disappointing in your marriage area. Don't make too much about it. Control it. You see, this control it. And you will see once you control it, everything will go right with your marriage and things will become okay for you. So watch out, there's something going to be disappointing that will show up, but you'll be able to manage to control it. Now I'm going to talk to you about you coming from Libra. Let me get this right here. Okay, you coming from Libra. Your lucky ages. Let's see what the card says about your lucky ages. So from this card, I'm going to say that those who are the ages of 17 or 26 or 35 or 44 or 53 or 62 or 71 or 80 or even 89, you're going to be one very lucky person in some area of your life or another. And you're going to show that this amount of luck is going to be applicable to job, business, finances, romance, marriage, family, whether even going to the casino. If you're not of these ages, you'll need to see me for a special reading of 90 minutes. That's going to be based on your date of birth, your time of birth, looking at your palms. And from there, I'll be able to help you know your next 8 or 9 years. But first, let me talk to you about your lucky dates, DATES. All right, this is a card of Venus. And so from here, I'm going to say that your lucky days are going to be the 6th, the 15th, and the 24th. Something very good is going to happen for you on the 6th, 15th, or 24th. Apply to anything to do with finances or job, business, or romance or marriage. Apply to anything, to going to the casino even. You'll be very lucky. Now I'm going to talk to you about your colors. So what's the colors, your lucky colors going to be with this card? I've got two colors here. The color turquoise, which is simply beautiful here, and the sign of Saturn, which says black. So turquoise and the sign of Saturn saying black. So I would say turquoise or black would be very suitable for you to wear in this month of January. Now we're going to talk about direction energy. So when we look north or south or east or west, we are going to face a planet or another. And for you coming from Libra, let us see what the card says. Well, from this card, I'm going to favor East. I'm going to favor East. So try to face East, to be inspired, to become lucky, to make your wishes come true, to get that energy that you want to help you in your job or business. Face East in the month of January, it'll be very good for you. Now I will talk to you about a lucky contact that you may make in the month of January to form a partnership of any kind. And let's see who that person is going to be. You coming from Libra. Well, from this card, I'm going to favor Gemini. So somebody from Gemini would be very interested in you, whether to help you in job, business, finances, romance, marriage, in any area somehow. And a very lucky contact would be made. So somebody from Gemini. Now, I have this 90-minute session to help you know your next 8 or 9 years based on your date of birth, your time of birth, looking at your palms. And with all that information, I will show you how to reach that supernatural energy that's within you to become that very special person. People who become great and famous and spectacularly known, they have learned how to connect this supernatural energy. And I'll show you how to do that. It's not very difficult. And I'll show you how to formulate your own personal lucky lottery numbers step by step. And it's not very difficult either. And I will also show you how to get lucky when wearing your lucky colors and your lucky gemstones and your lucky directions and your a lot of information given to you and your lucky days as well. So that with all this information you can be better than the rest. And I'll talk to you about your next 8 or 9 years, age by age, calendar year, telling you what's going to happen and what you should do and what you shouldn't do, so that you can be on top of all this. And that's all for just USD $50. How cheap is that? So send me that email which I showed you earlier, and I'll be able to then answer it and make the contact with you. Until then, I wish you a very good month of January. Thank you and goodbye.